In the previous class, we have studied about the refraction through prism, formation of rainbow, and the next topic from the chapter is optical instrument. So nowadays there are a number of optical devices and instruments that has been designed utilizing reflecting and refracting properties of mirrors, lenses and prism. So like for example, periscope, kaleidoscope, binocular, telescope, microscope are some of the examples. So among these, we need to study about the microscope and telescope. So let us start with microscope. The microscope, it is of two different types. The first is simple microscope, where only one lens is used, and the second category is compound microscope. So in compound microscope, more than one lens are used. So simple microscope, when we talk about, is just the convex lens. So this convex lens is placed near the object so that that object will be magnified. So here is an example. So this convex lens can be used as a simple microscope to magnify the object to a certain limit. And another kind of microscope, that is compound microscope. So this is a compound microscope. So here two lenses are used to view an object. So through this lens, here there is one lens. So through this lens, we have to see an object. And this lens, it is near to our eye. So it is called the eyepiece. And the object that is to be viewed is to be placed in this plate. So here is another lens. So this lens, we call it objective lens because it is closer to the object. So one lens is eyepiece and another lens is called objective lens. Now let us learn about how the simple microscope and compound microscope work. As I have already told you, convex lens is used as a simple microscope and it should have small focal length. Now let us understand how the image is formed by a convex lens. So first we consider a convex lens and then we draw a principal axis passing through its optical center. Then we consider an object near the optical center, and in order to form the image, we must take at least two rays coming out from the object. So let us first consider the ray which is passing through the optical center. So this ray will not deviate. And let us consider the second ray parallel to the principal axis, and after refraction it will pass to the focus, and these two refracted rays, they are diverging rays and they will not meet. So in order to form an image, we need to produce these rays backward, and when produced backward they will meet at this point, and here the image will be formed. So we have got a virtual magnified image of an object. The distance between the optical center and the object, we call it object distance, which is denoted by U, and the distance between the optical center and the image, we call it image distance. So in class 10 you have denoted the image distance by V, but here we denote the image distance by capital D. And in this case, object is placed between focus and the optical center. And when the object is placed between the focus and the optical center, the image of the object will be magnified, and it is formed near to the lens. And this is a ray diagram for the formation of image by a simple microscope at the near point. The second will be formation of image by a lens at infinity. So in class 10 only you have already studied that when the object is placed exactly at the focus, then the image will be formed at infinity. Now let us derive an expression for magnification due to a simple microscope when the final image is formed at least distance of distinct vision. As we already know that the linear magnification is given by the formula m equals to v by u. So where v is the image distance and u is the object distance. So this formula you have learned already in class 10 also. Then we use the lens formula. Lens formula is 1 by b minus 1 by u equals to 1 by f. So from here we take this 1 by u to the right hand side and we will get the expression for 1 by u. So that we replace it here. So after replacing we get v within bracket 1 by b minus 1 by f. So after this what we do is we multiply with this v inside the bracket, then here the first term will be b by b. So b and b will get cancelled, it will be 1 minus v by f. Now if we look at this figure, then our image distance is capital D and it is to the left of the lens. So the distance to the left of the lens is taken as negative. So when we replace here v by minus d, then we get the expression for magnification m equals to 1, then this minus and this minus will be plus d by f. So this is the expression for magnification for a simple microscope when the image is at the least distance of distinct vision. Now we consider the second case in which the image is formed at infinity. So in order to form an image at infinity, objects should be placed exactly at the focus of the lens. And this image which is formed at infinity is often considered most suitable for viewing by the relaxed eye. Now let us draw the ray diagram. So at first we draw the lens and we draw the principal axis and we place a object exactly at the focus. So this object has the height h, and then in order to form the image we consider two rays, one passing through the optical center and another parallel to the principal axis. So after refraction it will pass through the focus. So as you see here, these two refracted rays, they are parallel to each other. So when produced backward, they will meet at infinity. And as in this case, the object is placed exactly at the focus of the lens. So the object distance and the focal length will be same. And the object distance is also denoted by the focal length. Now let us find the expression for magnification in the second case for a simple microscope when the final image is formed at infinity. The another formula for magnification that you have already learned is m equals to h dash by h. Then the angle subtended by the object of height h when it is clearly visible without lens at a near point D is given by. So for this let us consider the figure. So h is the height of object and theta 0 is the angle subtended by the object, and using the trigonometric ratio tan theta is perpendicular by base. So here theta is theta 0, tan theta 0 equals to h by d. Now when this angle theta 0 is very small, then we can make approximation that tan theta 0 is nearly equals to theta 0. So from here theta 0 equals to h by d. So let this be our equation number 1. Now let us find the angle subtended by an image at I. So in this figure, this theta I, it represents the angle subtended by an image at the I. So that is given by tan theta I equals to height of image divided by object distance. Now we already know about the formula for magnification. S dash by h equals to m, which is also equals to b by u. So we use this relation here. So S dash by v will be h by u, and there is minus sign in the denominator, so which can be rewritten as h by minus u. But in our figure, the object distance u, it is equal to the focal length because we have placed the object at the focus. So u will be replaced by minus f since the focal length is to the left of the lens. Then tan theta I equals to h by f. So when the angle is very small, so at that time theta I equals to h by f. So this is our equation number 2. Now the angular magnification is given by m equals to theta I by theta 0. So using here equation number 1 and 2, we get m equals to d by f. So this is the angular magnification formula. Now there is a limitations of the simple microscope, and the limitation is simple microscope has a limited maximum magnification less than or equals to 9 for a realistic focal length. So for a realistic focal length, simple microscope can magnify object up to maximum 9 times bigger than the actual size. So because of this drawback, we go for compound microscope. So a compound microscope is a microscope in which two lenses are used, one compounding the effect of other. And these two lenses are called eyepiece and objective. The lens at the top of the microscope that you look through is called the eyepiece, and objective lens is the lens which is at the bottom near the sample or object. So in compound microscope there are two lenses used. Now let us try to understand in short how the compound microscope works. So this is a compound microscope. In compound microscope, the object is placed somewhere here, and this objective lens, it will collect the lights from the object or the sample, and it will form an image. And that image formed by the objective lens will again be magnified by the eyepiece, and we can be able to see very small object also. Now in this compound microscope, eyepiece is used of different powers, and similarly the objective lens also. So consider an eyepiece which has magnification 10x and or 15x. And here there are three objective lenses. So similarly their magnification, let us say that 4x, 10x and 40x. So this x means it magnifies the object, like for here 4x means it will magnify the object 4 times. 40x means it will magnify the object 40 times bigger. Then the total magnification will be the product of magnification of its lenses, which equals to objective lens magnification into eyepiece lens magnification. So if we consider the objective lens has magnification 40x and the eyepiece has magnification 10, then the total magnification is 10 into 40 is 400x. So that means this compound microscope, it will magnify the given specimen 400 times bigger than its actual size. So this is how the compound microscope works. Now let us draw the ray diagram for image formation at a least distance of distinct vision for a compound microscope. So for that, we have to consider two lenses. So first let us consider the objective lens. Then we draw a principal axis and we place an object near the objective lens. So in order to draw the image, we take at least two rays, one passing through the optical center and another parallel to the principal axis. And after refraction they meet at this point, and here the image of the object will be formed. So image is denoted by A dash, B dash, and the height of the image is S dash. And the object distance here is denoted by U0. So U0 means it is the object distance for objective. Similarly, the focal length of objective is denoted by F0, and the image distance for the objective it is denoted by V0. Now the second lens eyepiece is placed in such a way that this image, which is formed by the objective lens, will lie within the focal length of the eyepiece. So this is an eyepiece. Now let us denote the focal length of eyepiece FE. So here the focal length of eyepiece is larger than the object distance for eyepiece. So that means this image, which is formed by the objective lens, will lie within the focal length of the eyepiece. Then this image will again be magnified by the eyepiece, and the final image will be formed at somewhere here when produced backward, which is highly magnified. So A double dash, B double dash is the final image formed by the compound microscope, which is many times larger than the object. And the image distance is denoted by capital D. This is the working principle of a compound microscope, which I have already explained to you. When a small object AB is placed at a distance u0 in front of an objective lens, then the real and magnified image A dash B dash is formed at V0. So AB object is here and its image is A dash B dash. Then the eyepiece is adjusted in such a way that the image of the objective A dash B dash lie within the focal length of the eyepiece. So this eyepiece is adjusted in such a way that this image A dash B dash, it lies within the focal length of the eyepiece. The eyepiece takes A dash B dash as an object, and finally highly magnified virtual image A double dash B double dash is formed at the least distance capital D. So this image, which is formed by the objective lens, will act as the object for the eyepiece, and final highly magnified virtual image is formed at the least distance of distinct vision. Now let us find the expression for magnification. For objective lens, the magnification denoted by M0 equals to V0 by U0 from the formula M equals to B by U. So let this be our equation number 1, and the magnification due to eyepiece using the formula for simple microscope, ME equals to 1 plus D by FE. So this we have already derived for the simple microscope. So this is our equation number 2. Then the total magnification due to compound microscope is M equals to M naught into ME. So here we use equation number 1 and 2, and we get equation number 3. Now the object is very close to the focus of objective. Then we can approximately write U0 is equals to F0. So let this be our equation number A, and A dash B dash is the image formed close to eyepiece. So for that reason, we can approximate that image distance of for the objective V0 is nearly equals to L. So this L is the length of the microscope, or it is also the distance between the objective and the eyepiece. Then we replace this equation A and B in equation number 3, and after simplification we get the expression for magnification for a compound microscope m equals to L by F naught within bracket 1 plus D by Fe. So this derivation is very much important, and the formula is important for numericals. In the second case, let us draw a ray diagram for image which is formed at infinity for a compound microscope, and this arrangement is also known as normal adjustment. So we consider an objective lens. AB is the object, and after refraction, image will be formed here. And in this case, in order to form the image at infinity, we need to adjust the eyepiece in such a way that this image which is formed by the objective lens, it must lie exactly at the focus of the eyepiece. So here the object distance for the eyepiece and the focal length of the eyepiece, they are same. Then these rays will be collected by the eyepiece, and when we produce backward, the image will be formed at infinity since these two rays are parallel to each other. So in this way, the compound microscope also forms highly magnified image at infinity for the object AB. For this also working principle is same. The only difference than the previous one here is, in previous one this image was formed within the focal length of the eyepiece, but here this image will be formed exactly at the focus of the eyepiece. The rest of the portion is same. Now similarly, let us derive an expression for magnification for the normal adjustment. For objective lens, the expression for magnification is same, m naught equals to V0 by U0. This is our equation number 1. And for eyepiece, ME equals to D by FE. So this equation number 2, we have already derived for simple microscope. So this you have to remember. Then the total magnification will be given by the product m equals to V0 by U0 into D by Fe. So let this be our equation number 3. Now there is an approximation here also, as the object is very close to the focus of the objective lens. So we replace U0 by F0, and similarly the image formed by the objective lens is close to eyepiece. So for that reason we replace V0 by L, and here also L is the length of the microscope. Then using equation number A and B in equation number 3, we get the magnification expression as L by F naught into D by Fe. So this formula you have to remember, and the derivation part also.